Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you don't need to know, Jordan, because I'm here to tell you what you do need to know with Werewolf Radar's paranormal news. How is everyone doing?
I'm well. Nate,
Excellent.
how are you doing? Oh boy, he's missing again.
If you know where Nate has been, please contact Werewolf Radar at werewolfradar.com.
For just pennies a day, you too can support a Nate in your neighborhood. I heard that Nate Balding went to throw away a piece of trash and got pulled inside the trash can by a grouch.
Well, we do have field reporters on it, and if Grouch is responsible, we shall contact the proper authorities.
If the grouches have made war on man, they shall pay the price. Oh, such a price shall be paid.
But for this week's paranormal news, I have from northeastern.edu. Sorry, I was thinking of the acclaimed journalism school at Northwestern. This is northeastern.edu.
Okay.
And it is entitled Why UFOs Should Be Tracked in the Water as Well in the Skies.
Oh, yeah.
Too many people are looking toward the skies. Skies.
I've been saying.
They need to be looking towards the seas.
Yeah. I've been saying.
That's what you've been saying. This has been written, so we can attribute things properly, by Cynthia McCormick Hibbert. Wonderful writer. And let's go into it. A much anticipated NASA report on UFOs calls for better tracking and scientific understanding of unexplained phenomena that captivate the public and have raised concerns about military security. The panel of scientists and government officials convened by NASA kept most of the focus on ways to understand what individuals, including military pilots, say they are observing in the skies.
Hey.
Which is a great move. I know that, in terms of the paranormal community, we have all these proper words and categories for different types of UFOs and encounters and all sorts of stuff. But the government's new at this, so they're still at step one. We're how do we even begin to quantify the statistics of what individuals see?
The government is not new at this. They're lying.
Yes, I agree with that as well.
Liars.
I think, and I'm a proponent of aliens at Wright-Patterson Air Force.
Sure.
It still hasn't been conclusively proven wrong. I don't care what our fellow brother and podcast have said on it. I believe in the alien agreement.
We believe in aliens. The Alien Accord, the ET Accord.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but supposedly what I'm referencing is a joint agreement between, who was it? Dwight Eisenhower? If not, it was the dude after him.
Yes.
And what we would know as the Zeta Reticulum, the Greys.
Was this Valiant Thor?
This is part of the Valiant Thor fund.
Valiant Thor was, for those of you who don't know, an alien in the form of a hot dude that hung out with the president. And he always wore shades. And he was like, "Hey, President, what's up? What if we made peace with our butts?" There's a whole fan fiction.
There's a whole fan fiction. WerewolfRadar.com.
I didn't write it. I mean, it's a world famous erotic alien fiction writer, Clavicle Parsons, wrote it. Whoever he might be.
Back to the article. UFO reports are rife with accounts of mysterious objects. Rife, I say, with mysterious objects submerging themselves in the sea.
I'm telling you, they're down there.
And that being said, I mean, we also have reports of UFOs submerging themselves in lava. What's that UFO? What's that volcano next to Mexico City? Pultepeque or something?
Alien Mountain.
Alien Mountain in Guadalajara.
Yeah. Chapultepec.
Yeah, thank you. All sorts of UFOs have been seen flying into that baby, which, in all serious talk, could be like UFO lights. Yep. Nope, could be.
That could be like, UFO lights.
Like they could be UFO lights, but they could also be like earthquake lights, to where like
fair enough.
During an earthquake, you'll see the geological phenomena of like static electricity or some shit that makes the atmosphere glow around earthquakes. Could also happen around volcanoes, but there's not as much stuff happening at the sea, so this is a little bit more unusual and probably more need of research than, I guess, volcano UFOs.
Yeah.
It's rife with UFO submerging themselves.
Rife.
And there, of course, is video of such things. I'm trying to pull up one properly now, but I don't think I'm going to because of how the internet works with news and paywalls. There's videos of such things.
Independence Day. That's some video. Some stuff in there that you could check out. And that's it. That's the only one that's real.
But let me tell you, when you type in USOs, you apparently get a lot of SmackDown footage.
Great.
So you're going to have to clarify your search.
Naturally.
However, Brian Helmuth,
sure,
Northeastern professor of marine and environmental science, says that while UFOs are way out of my experience, a vast mysteriousness of the ocean makes them sort of a last planetary frontier and an excellent vantage point from which to observe going-ons on Earth.
It's got a point. It is sort of the final frontier, if you will, as he says. You know, it's the type of place. It's like the closet of the Earth. You know, it's so dark in there that we're like, there could be anything in there.
Tons of socks. You'd be surprised how many socks are in the back of your closet, in the dark place, and in the bottom of the sea.
Chock-a-block full.
Helmuth also went on to say, if I were investigating an alien planet like Earth, the ocean would definitely be the place to start. Not only does it comprise of the vast majority of living space and living organisms on Earth, but it also is comparatively unpopulated by the one species, humans. That seems intent on destroying the planet.
Go humans. We'll get that ocean yet, squad.
Atlantis isn't safe from us.
Yeah, you hear that, Atlantis? We know you do. We know you're listening.
If I already said that line, it would be a great place from which to observe.
Except for, it's kind of hard to see underwater.
It is kind of hard to see. Cheesebot in the chat.
Underwater?
Cheesebuzz in the I did. Have you ever opened them in the ocean?
Yeah, I got a 6-pack ring in my eyes. Got them all stuck together. It sucked.
Cheesebot in our Dark Cancel chat has pointed out, though, that because of the Cold War, oceans are actually remarkably well mapped as far as the topography is concerned. Like, we know what the bottom of the ocean looks like, but we don't know what's down there.
Sure.
Helmuth makes it a bigger fish. Remember the bloop? We now know that the bloop might have been just a
there's always a bigger fish.
An iceberg. that cracked a little bit and just sent a crazy sound wave throughout the planet.
Iceberg mating call.
One of the greatest mysteries is still of that goddamn great white shark that was swallowed whole.
Yeah, that was a weird one. That one still fucking freaks me out.
There was a great white shark that we captured, put a tracking beacon on there with some other stuff that measured various temperatures and shit.
Yeah.
And then one day, just this sensor becomes the temperature, instead of like it being the ocean temperature, became the ocean of inside of a marine animal.
Yeah, it got real hot.
And the only way to do that is if the creature was eaten whole based on where the beacon was placed.
And it wasn't me. So
it was not Jordan this time. And he's been known to eat a few sandwiches whole.
Yeah. So who was it? You know, was it you? I'm sorry. I know I said that I'd stop accusing people of eating that shark, but it's confusing. You know, I want to know what happened.
Perhaps even what if it was a USO? They were doing research on something we were doing research on. And they were like, what did they do to this shark?
Yeah. Interesting.
Interesting
take.
Helmuth says it makes sense that the 16-membered NASA panel that issued Thursday's report include Paula Bontempi, an oceanographer who has spent 18 years at NASA.
Mm-hmm.
She is highly respected in our field and in many ways the ideal person for this committee. I thought this was going to be a more scathing review of Paula, but it seems that she's all right.
So they're pretty much on her side.
Yeah, Brian's all like, nah, she's got this. You listen to whatever she says.
She's cool. She's with us. You let her in.
Scientists and experts on the panel, led by astrophysicist David Spergel, called for
name, idiot. Sorry.
Called for taking a scientific, not sensational approach to this perceived phenomena.
No, I will not.
However, Jordan, I think they can remain in their scientific approach and will be the most sensational.
Yeah, we think it's an octopus army.
Nice. New Werewolf Radar t-shirt. Join the Octopus Army.
Octopus Army. Get your tentacles filled with gun.
So, they recommended, and I'm talking about the NASA panel, they recommended using AI and machine learning to distinguish between unknown and documented phenomena, ground sensors, and observe skies, and the use of crowdsourcing to gather data.
Okay, I like that.
During the NASA press conference Thursday, it would have been Thursday, September 21st, officials have announced the appointment of an unidentified director of research to lead studies into the phenomena. So shit's moving along, baby.
An unidentified researcher, huh?
Yes, they don't want to be known yet. It's a secret.
That's an alien, right? They've definitely got an alien working on this.
I think they're looking for a proper wig to cover the alien's cranium because it's a cone head situation, and they're like, that's too obvious. We got to cover that up with something.
I am Dr. Schmalian. Alan E.N.
I love it when aliens do go with that. And it fools me every time. But when I find out, I just slap my leg and go, ha, ha, ha.
Can't believe I fell for it again.
That Mr. Al Leon.
Al Leon.
Good man, him.
I let him into the house. I let him have sex with my wife.
One last section, and then we'll wrap up the news. Unidentified phenomena in all domains, whether in the air, ground, sea, or space, pose potential threats to personnel security and operations security,
and dolphins,
and dolphins even.
Yeah,
but not Dolph Lundgren.
But yes, Dolphin Lundgren, that dolphin that we accidentally gave Dolph Lundgren's personality.
Yes. He's doing better, but he needs still some protection.
Doing better, but not great.
And they require these things, unidentified phenomena, require our urgent attention, the Pentagon said.
Mm-hmm.
For its part, NASA recommended using advanced sensors on its Earth and ocean observing satellites,
Sure.
Terra and Aqua, to provide data on what atmospheric and other conditions were like at the time UAPs were reported, which is phenomenal research to come through, because then we can really suss out if this happens during certain conditions.
Yeah.
And we can maybe either recreate it, which would prove it's not an alien force, or can't create it, which then all bets are off still, baby.
Yeah. I also got to say, like, NASA, you can do better. You can name your ocean observation satellites better. Terra and Aqua, come on. Neptune
Terra
and Zoran. How about that?
I hope Terra is its ocean observing satellite and Aqua's the Earth one, just to throw off the new people.
Yeah, that would make sense. And to throw off the aliens who are obviously spying on the whole situation.
Obviously. Mm-hmm. Ever since people went to sea, there have been reports of encounters with mysterious sea creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in hindsight of what we're talking about, how many of these were perhaps
jellyfish?
UFOs? Yeah. Like
a lot of these were dolphins.
What comes to mind is you, of course, have Christopher Columbus's awful man, but supposedly saw UFOs fly, I think, both out of the ocean and into the ocean by the Bahamas, specifically the Bermuda Triangle, supposedly.
Mm-hmm. It should also be noted that when we say awful man, we just mean man, typical man of the time. He wasn't like a cannibal or anything. He was just like, everything should be mine.
Yeah, just typical European gentleman.
Yeah. I brought disease and conquest. Have some, won't you?
I was trying to think of another one that really jumps out, but it's just escaping me right now. There have been other cases similar to it. And also
the Stellar's sea ape. Remember that ape that they were like, oh, look, it's doing tricks. Get the gun.
Let's shoot it.
Yeah.
That could be.
Maybe that's an alien, a little hairy sea squatch.
Because I'm a big fan of the zoo hypothesis / the camper hypothesis, to where Earth is either a zoo or a place where aliens camp out.
Oh, okay. They're like, oh, I'm going to go spend a weekend on Earth. Watch out
on
for
Earth.
mosquitoes.
I'm going to go into the mountains. Yeah. I'm not going to go bother the locals this time. I'm going to a far out part in the mountains.
You shouldn't probe them. It's bad for them.
But
come on. We can probe a little bit. Don't probe them. We don't probe anymore. I'm going to probe them a little bit.
But at that same effect, you then have aliens that maybe let their pets a little bit off the leash when they shouldn't, and then they get, and that could be the sea ape. It could be example like a random super giant squid.
Sure.
Or natural occurrences of both of those things could also be in the playbook.
Supermassive squid lord.
Helmuth goes on as to say what we've already stated, that in many ways, with so much of the ocean still unknown, we are objectively not at all that far away from the time of there be monsters out there.
Yeah, that's what we're saying, Helmut.
Us and Helmuth, we're on the same page.
Same page, bros.
Let's go find his ex.
Let's find his ex and tweet at him.
And tweet at him and go, me and you, we're on the same page.
Same page, bro.
No other context.
It'll be like, was ist das? And we'll be like, shut up.
So to add to the fun of what is in the sea, scientists recently discovered.
Roger, I hate to do this, but small correction. If they're studying the sea, they're called scientists.
Sorry, scientists.
Thank you.
Are constantly identifying new undersea life, such as the recent discovery of an enormous 20-armed Antarctic strawberry feather star.
Oh, yeah. Remember that? That thing was all over the internet, just fucking undulating.
here's a little picture of it. Go to our YouTube if you ever want to see some of these fun images that we talk about. There it is.
Look at that thing. Oh,
Look.
looks like the worst sea vegetable.
Except the cookies. Jeez, but it's humongous. Who knows what else is down there?
Very frightening.
Let me make sure I'm not missing anything of importance, but I do believe that is the news for this week. We have NASA and academic experts is what I'm trying to say, saying that we really need to be searching these seas still.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find your UFOs, they're in the seas.
They're down there. Stop looking up. Maybe if you paid as much attention to your homework as you do the damned skies, you wouldn't be held back in the 12th grade.
Think about it, all right?
I graduated when I was 28.
Yeah, but your degree, man, looked wonderful.
Yeah, I was really good at tetherball. Really good.
16 concentrations in tetherball, and look at you now.
Mm-hmm. Nobody could step to this.
All right, everyone, let's wrap this up for Werewolf Radar's Paranormal News. Once again, I've been Roger, joined by Jordan. And Hello. If you like what we do, give us a 5-star review wherever you can. That's the best way to really help us grow and share the show with other people that you would never share it with normally.
And as always, if you don't like what we do, fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Also, give us 5 stars because we really hate that as well.
Yeah.
If you hate us, give us 5 stars. And write a review as here's your 5 stars, losers.
Yeah, shit teeth.
And we will know that you have won this battle because you gave us the 5 stars.
We'll feel so dumb cashing those stars.
If you want to have some fun with us and contact us, we have a Discord. You can find the link of that on any social media we have. Plus, it's on the bottom of our YouTube page. Subscribe to that. You can find the description, like I was saying, in every episode. And what else is there? We play video games a lot on Twitch.
A lot. Like Twitch, it's a problem.
Twitch.tv/werewolf_radar. And of course, Razor Lou as well on Twitch.
I forget to eat sometimes because of video games. I think that when I'm eating in the game, I'm eating in real life. I'm like, I've had 4 mushrooms and a power flower today.
Mm-hmm. It's actually not a good situation. We need help.
Did you know that the kids aren't playing Mario anymore?
We got to wrap this up because we got to talk about real shit soon.
I'm furious.
All right, everyone.
Like a history book, you lunkhead. Mario came to this nation decades before League of Legends.
And if you really want to support The Madness, which is our show, and help us become full-time podcasters like the big boys, go to our Patreon at patreon.com/werewolf, patreon.com/werewolf radar. You can become a Dark Council member. You can hang out with us when we record, get extras such as a grave nugget exclusive to the Dark Council Patreon members, and early access to the news and other things when we get around to creating it. But our lives are busy as we're not full-time podcasters yet. You know, when that happens, the shit we're gonna give you is gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. We will release the secrets. We will give you telekinetic dream helmets. You will become unto a god.
And let's wrap that up with that promise. You will become unto a god
amongst insects.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Our super duper seeker sign off line.
Suspect
1, 2, 3.
the void.
I messed it all up. Suspect the void. Space persons whomever.
A god, I say.
A god.
Conspiracies are true.